This is AV Super Friends Perspectives, a collection of interviews, discussions, and presentations from conferences, trade shows, and events that just don't fit either of the other two shows. Some are long, some are short, but they'll all have valuable insights, useful information, or just good conversation with thought leaders and subject matter experts. And now, the AV Super Friends.
For June 16, 2023, it's the AV Super Friends Perspectives thingy-me-jiggy from InfoComm. We're InfoComm.
We're still in Orlando, yeah, I think.
I am still in Orlando.
Yeah.
It's been a very long week. Despite today's earlier recording, it is not the 15th. It's actually the 16th.
We're not capable
we
of
lost
going back
a day.
in time.
Gained a
I don't know
day.
what day it is.
We can't fix that now.
All right.
Yeah. So, boy, we got a bunch of people here.
We're packed.
It is.
Do we have all 8 channels running right now?
No,
we have 7.
we have a lot of channels running.
We have tons of channels running, but we can't have all 8 because
There's some power concerns
well,
right now.
number 7's a little wonky.
And we think there's a high impedance air
that's
gap
different
installed
people.
behind the patch panel. So
That's the interns, and they're going to get a stern talking to when this gets back home.
So
speaking of interns.
Yeah, so speaking of interns, my name's Chris, the intern, joined today by Mark, Justin, Jamie, Larry, and 3
interns.
Shirley doesn't have her headset on.
She can't even hear what's going on right
what's
now.
happening right now.
She didn't want to participate, but she will.
2 currently mic'd special guests. So if you guys want to introduce yourselves, and then the third very, very special guest. So
Who do we have? First of all, we're sitting in the Parlay Bar.
we're in the Parlay Bar.
The Parlay Bar.
Parlay Bar.
Pearl?
Inside the Biamp booth, live on the show floor.
Is this like a pirate thing? Parl.
No.
No.
No,
Oh.
Parlay means speech. So, speech.
it's French.
Oh,
It's
speech
fancy.
dropping
bar.
knowledge.
Okay, if you
Really?
ask,
We
I'll
can't
get on
have
the chair
dropping
and
knowledge
speech.
incidents on our show.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Is
we
that
can't
a
do
play
that.
on the soundbar thing? Is that what's going on there?
There you
Son
go.
of a bitch.
There
All
you
right,
go.
we got it.
Parlay bar, sound bar.
Just figured it out.
Man,
There we go.
It's been a long week. Okay, here we go.
The 2 of you holding mics and wearing headsets, once you introduce yourself, then we'll have Shirley.
Sure. I'm Richard Mitchell, the Higher Education Solutions Manager for the East at Biamp.
Wow.
Michael Hooper. Same thing as Richard for the Central.
Hello, I'm Shirley. I'm the Education Solutions Manager for the West.
Together,
And we're
you
done.
3
Then we're
form
out of here.
Are you
Education
Boltron or something?
Boltron.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Biamp Voltron.
Yeah.
Wait, what were the
Michael-
Dinobots?
Michael
No,
Boltron.
not that.
Oh, I like that
Michael
too.
Biamp
Boltron.
Boltron.
It's a robot version.
Does Shirley have a saxophone?
I play the clarinet.
Oh,
It's
practically the same
it's
thing.
almost the same
I
exact
mean,
thing.
sort of.
So can you play some Michael Voltron for us?
I don't know
my
who Michael
God.
Boltron is. You talking about Michael Bolton?
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Or is it Kenny G?
Jamie, that was the
I mean-
That was a terrible, terrible
That
joke.
went
Justin
totally
looks like he has a big
sideways
headache.
and upside down and everything. There was nothing right about any of that.
It's
But we're gonna
Friday
give you-
at InfoComm.
We can't say the name. Copyright will get us. Thanks.
Oh,
We're gonna give
my
you the
bad.
points though, so don't worry
I get
about
it now.
So
Michael
this is on the
Boltron.
rails, right? This is your...
On the rails?
Okay,
This
got
is a
it.
very,
we are
very
narrow, we are focused,
yes.
we are on
Okay.
task, and
With
no problems
industry
at all.
leaders and thought-provoking.
For sure.
Thought provokers.
Yes, you are the industry leaders, so
Great.
So-
Wow.
Well, we do have the higher ed vendor rep of the year with us.
That's
No
right.
way.
Yes.
I
Where
did.
is your trophy or certificate? or
Well, I've
award?
actually added like a chain so that I can wear
There
it
you
when
go.
I get
That's cool.
home.
How big
but
is it?
it's like
it's like a clock.
3
Really?
by
Flavor
2.
Flav
It's
style?
pretty nice.
Don't you have it with you?
Well, it kind of ripped my previous jacket, so it's getting repaired right now. It'll be fine. It's fine.
the jacket's gonna repair.
I think you should get a crown.
Yes, both.
A crown would be cool.
It's also
ironed
being
on,
bedazzled
aren't
as
you?
we talk right now.
That would be
So
real
I mean,
nice.
it's a little more bling.
Crown.
You're bedazzling the whole thing.
Of course.
For North,
Why
when we
would I
see
not?
him next, like at Northwest Met or something, he better have a
You
crown.
better have a
For
yeah
sure.
a
I
crown
will-
and a bedazzled jacket.
Or a
A tiara.
tiara.
Hey, so we're here in Biamp. Thanks for letting us come over here, right? And you guys have been giant supporters of higher ed.
course.
Well, some of you better than others.
Some are taller than others.
Right. Some of us are number 1. Some are, lower,
Number
but
5,
equal, but
6.
different, stacked. Right.
Just
Of course.
oh man. But why?
You're gonna talk into that microphone.
Oh,
So-
yes, that's how it
there-
works. Microphone works like this.
That's
Generally
You gotta
speaking.
chew that microphone real good when you talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Usually
it's
audio
built for
guys
rock
would
and
know how to
roll.
do this,
Yeah.
but
It's also Friday at InfoComm. Nobody has voice left.
No,
I'm
you
surprised
don't.
you guys
Everyone
all
is
sound
very
great.
hoarse.
Something about a
So
horse.
you
Okay.
guys have put a lot of value in higher ed. Why?
as a
Yes, thank you.
We just wanted to make sure that the higher ed vertical understands that Biamp is here to support them. That it was something that it was created about 2 years ago, and it was Hooper first, then Richard got hired, and then I got hired. So together we've been together for a little over a year, and I say we've accomplished a lot in the last year. And we've, as Richard likes to put it, we are a very cohesive team, and we work very well. We have very different personalities, but somehow the three of us seem to get along very well.
Also, I love that we all have very different backgrounds, performance venues with Hooper. You have a manufacturer's background previous to Biamp. I have the higher education background. We're just able to share a lot of ideas and how to engage with higher education and make a meaningful, impactful relationship so that when you've got a problem, you know who to reach out to, solve those things.
What do you bring from being a former higher ed person?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing I bring to the table. No, I think it's,
You're supposed to say everything I learned.
Oh, right. For my resume, I would say,
This is basically LinkedIn. Come
right,
on.
right. No, I think it's the perspective of understanding what the vertical entails, like understanding the difference between an adjunct faculty, a tenured faculty, just a faculty member, the challenges of the silos within some of the universities, financial structures, where AV groups fall, somewhere under the
library.
The library, or
Those are
under the
wrong.
facilities group, or under this group or that group, and just having that perspective and appreciation for the challenges that they're facing. And I know the burn of having a piece of equipment fail at the wrong time and not having somebody to reach out to that can appreciate that this is not just a bad day for me, but a possibly a career-ending kind of experience. And I always joke,
every day.
I've got equipment at my house. If somebody calls me and it's at my house, I'm going to walk it over to FedEx, give it to them.
You have
Absolutely.
Yes.
They encourage us to
they
do it.
encourage us.
Why would I not do that?
Like
Obviously,
the LED wall, that's in my garage.
Only for the Super Bowl,
things
but
go
yes.
missing from your shipments, Richard has them all in
Yeah,
his garage.
Richard
yeah.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, can we have equipment at our house?
No, not. You're actually.
Biamp
buy
does
it.
not encourage
You,
that.
you have transcended
You're
the
not
higher
too
ed
far
segment.
from Richard's house, though.
Well, that's what I was curious
So-
about. I
True
can
that.
drive to his house and take
Yeah.
the equipment back to mine.
But I'm not joking. Like literally, I have on occasion. They're like, we're in a pinch. Something isn't working the way that. Well, I've got one here. I'll just FedEx it to you.
Rip that whole server rack out and like,
Yes.
Maybe.
I'm not even gonna be able to watch.
Just
Lost
remember that
cool audio.
we
Yeah,
are
exactly.
here to support you guys. We are here to support those education institutions however we can with, coordinating training or product information, evals. If you
Oh.
have a system that's down,
You can do our. Oh, I thought you were talking about
Here,
our
fill
Come out,
staff.
evaluate our stuff.
Can you fill out mine for me? Because HR keeps sending me this. It needs to be done.
Performance reviews. We can do performance reviews. It's fun.
Jamie, I'll do
product
your eval.
evaluations.
But I will say, like, Biamp has empowered us to make these things happen, where I think, I was in the higher education segment, and on occasion I'd be like, I need this to happen. Can you make that happen? And hearing back, I need to get approval on it. It's like, why? What do you need to do? We are empowered to do what we need to do to make the higher education segment work.
And I definitely appreciate that everyone's been very welcoming and supportive. I love this community. I've been in it for over a year now, and I love it. I love meeting all the new people from all the different schools, regardless of where they are. They can be in the West, they can be in Central or East. Everyone that I've met, it's just
I like
very
this-
welcoming and very supportive.
I like to say I'm now in the West Central.
Central
West
West.
Central,
Central
yes,
West.
yes. It kind of
Central
like
West.
loops out, right? Just so that make
Just-
sure you're in the West.
Well, it's kind of an island. I'm like Hawaii.
Yeah.
I'm like Hawaii,
Just a
right
little
there in the
dot.
middle of the
Right.
country.
And
in
Hawaii
Kansas
does
City.
fall to me.
See?
So, yeah.
Yep.
See?
It's Hawaii East.
Did you deliberately pick territory so you made sure Hawaii was in your area?
No, actually, that was the territory that was assigned to me. So my territory is Montana, all the way down to New Mexico, everything west, including Hawaii.
So,
I've got the
how
Virgin
many
Islands.
times?
It's fantastic.
That's nice. That's
I mean,
lovely.
terrible. A lot of work.
Have I been to Hawaii?
I understand they're having trouble right now, and they need someone to fly out.
So,
I mean,
I've
we're
been
not
there.
trying to pry, but yes, we are.
I've been there twice, and so far, the 2 times I've been there, my foot has not touched the sand. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
you
busy.
have failed.
I know. I totally understand. But literally, we have 5 meetings a day. So by the time I get back, it's dark. And not that Hawaii's not safe, but I just don't like walking around by myself at nighttime. So,
That's fair.
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Is there anything on the horizon that Biamp can talk to us about that might be coming up? Is there anything?
What kind of secret stuff? Yeah, we want. No, this is all private.
Is there
None of this will go
sauce?
anywhere. Yeah.
Is there anything that we have to sign an NDA for that maybe our listeners don't that you could divulge?
Well, I mean, I wish I knew that information.
Yeah, no. Biamp makes it perfectly simple. They don't tell anybody until they tell everybody.
I wish I could sign an NDA and have this type of information, but
Yeah.
no. We found out Tuesday about all the new products.
Okay.
And we're excited about all the new products as well. So I hope you guys get to take the time to check them out as well. But yeah, we don't get to know about those stuff. The cool stuff on the horizon, I would say, would be ETC.
Yeah.
Is going to be our next event.
So you're going to be there.
We'll be there. Richard and I will be there. in
I'm
full force.
presenting.
Yeah, Richard will be presenting, so it'll be super fun.
Okay,
it's
well,
in my stomping ground, so it'll
Everybody
be
will
in
have
LA.
an extra hour off.
Schedule accordingly.
Let me ask the question: is there anything secret sauce that you're in control over in the higher education? What you all do that you're going to change, or anything to look for in the coming years? Do we have anything that you're excited about? Put you on the spot here.
Points.
I would say right now we're still in the listening mode.
Yeah.
Because we've been together for about a little over a year. Well, together, a little over a year now. So that's what we want, is the feedback from the schools of what you guys, the challenge you guys have, the things that, you wish we made. Things like that is what we want to hear. When the video conferencing bar first came out, a lot of the schools had asked about, how do I monitor it? How do I update software? Why do I have to connect for a USB-C? And now, we listened, and now they have an option for you. We have the Parlay N100, and so that's the feedback we want to hear. We can't help you if we don't know what the problems are. So I can't say that now, what's going to be on the horizon, but if you keep letting us know, I mean, Chris is really good about sharing everything that he wants. And I have 3 of them still that haven't been made, but, those are the things we want to know.
We'll talk.
Okay.
Well,
So what you're saying is, if anybody has any Biamp problems ever, they're just to email you.
For sure.
Sure.
Cool.
In the higher education segment, yes. Happy to do a little qualifier.
Yes, let's make that clear.
You're the first support desk initial. Yeah, you're going to collect all the support calls. You're going to deal with it all.
Like I said, we want to know. We want to be here to help make your guys' life easier at the education institutions. Whatever we can do to be there as a supporter. We want to be the best manufacturer partner we can to the higher education market.
Well, and I've got to say that, I give Hooper a hard time, right, in the central parts, right?
Very hard, yeah.
100%.
It's facts. But we've had a lot of really good conversations about the products you guys have. I mean, we do talk regularly.
Yes.
And some of it made it here, right?
A lot of it made it here.
Made it here.
Yes. The products we talk about are products that are shipping.
Oh.
You're asking hard questions, you really are. You're asking what's coming down the pipe, and I'm over here thinking, are you trying to get us fired? We can't talk about this.
No,
Well, we all have open spots on our staff, so yes, I
Fantastic.
But I just want to, reiterate that we joke a lot, but you guys do listen a lot. Richard's come on the show a couple of times, right, or at least been around a few times. But I talked to Michael in the last year, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Right. And they're really good conversations. So the people I know in higher ed, we really appreciate that kind of dialogue and stuff. And that's it. That's the only nice thing I'm going to say to you for the next 6 hours.
Fantastic.
But I was going to say, again, it's one of those, now that we have this higher education team, we're just able to listen more, find that feedback, and feed it up through the right channels. Also, articulating why it's important in a more meaningful way for management. It just makes sense that we're able to share the needs and wants of the end users. You're kind of in the middle of an end user, that's all. Right. Anyway, moving along.
Wedged between these end users.
But we're able to listen. Every time somebody says, we love this, but it needs a doodad to do that, we feed that feedback up to management.
Doodads to do that.
Yeah.
Doodads do that. What kind of, now I know you guys are working.
Yeah, were you not working at all on this floor? Have you gotten out of this corral?
Did you get to go do stuff? Did you
been
get to a
allowed to
leave?
leave?
Well, soon I may be not working forever, is what I'm feeling after this podcast.
Larry's got a gig for you, don't worry.
Right.
We all walk about 10 miles a day, and we leave the booth maybe 4 or 5 times to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
And that's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Why
Just doing
have
laps.
you been out on that floor at all? through the whole week.
I've done a little. Obviously, we went to the
HETMA
HETMA booth.
okay.
That was fantastic. And in between here and the HETMA booth, so that's my.
Well, we wanted to kind of just share a little bit of some of the stuff that we saw that was special little trinkets, widgets, doodads, and tchotchkes. De jour.
Because you were going to ask them, what have you seen?
Yeah,
for
what have you seen?
trends?
But apparently, you
your
guys.
response is, oh.
I don't know. We don't even know what the hell's here, right?
Or trends.
So
you don't even have to name a product. It's like trends. Hey, we noticed these things, or we went to this class, and that was.
But they didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So
They've
what
been
did we come up
sleeping
with?
So believe it or not, there's AV stuff out there.
I can
I
see
know
some
that
of it from
sounds
here.
crazy. You may have not seen it, but it's out there.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Are you at the right show?
No, I've seen a lot of non-AV stuff too.
I have seen a significant amount of non-AV
like the toilet fridge.
Toilet fridge. Oh,
Saw
did
one
you
here.
I
find
saw the
toilet
rack.
fridge?
I saw the
Where?
rack mount
It had a network
refrigerator.
port on it. Dante
Everything.
out.
There's
Over
a
there.
Dante-enabled toilet fridge here on the show.
It
Yeah,
came
it's-
up in the show
With
once and they
spatial
won't let
audio
it
and
die.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
All that.
Do you have a plug-in for that?
I saw a rack mount microwave and a
You'll
rack
have
mount
to go back and
refrigerator
listen to
over
that
there.
Is there?
episode.
Seriously?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
I'm not caught up on all the episodes yet, but I actually went back from the very beginning.
Oh wow, you have a lot
And
of
I
catching up to
love
do.
like the
Start-
Halloween, the Nightmare episode.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
I
those
forgot
ones
about
are.
that one.
Yeah, I love
Theater of
those
the
ones.
mind. That-
When
yeah,
I
that
make
was a
those
lot
drives
of
to UNLV, it's a good 3-hour drive, 4-hour drive, I
just
should say.
binging on it. All right.
I will just listen to that all the way there.
Yeah.
So,
Laughing and crying
sure.
all the
But
way.
I think we still have a lot of really meaningful conversations while we're out after hours having a pint with
Yeah.
some of the folks. I mean, we know what a lot of the trends are. I'm seeing a lot of networking,
Wait, what?
more robust AV networking is a core component of everyone's new products. And if you're not on that train, you're kind of behind the times. I mean, everything's going on the network.
We
more
commented
IT
about that
related.
earlier, that 2 or 3 years ago, it was kind of this, when talking from our standpoint as customers talking with manufacturers and explaining why we wanted something on the network, it was this kind of, there was reticence, there was resistance of like, well, why does this need to be on the net? And now, by default, things come with an RJ45.
Assumes.
It may not be doing anything of value. It may not be have the right protocols.
Like
but
for
it's there
future
on the
use.
network. So,
Yeah.
like the default state is it's on the network.
It's on network. And you have the different maturity levels of all the manufacturers. Those who do it well, and some who just say they do it, and then those who are doing it and being very mindful of the security and the like. But the trend is network maturity, right? And as we all move and become certified network security analysts of
I would
sorts.
say, though, there still are corporate partners out there that do not want RJ45 cable, like connections on devices, because it's a security
It's
threat
security,
from their
yeah.
perspective.
They want
And they
physical
want
air
it,
gaps,
They
yeah.
want it to be
Right.
an appliance that is attached to a device
Yeah.
that has an RJ
It's fair.
that they can monitor and maintain. So that was the initial feedback with some of our initial offerings.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're going to go quickly around a little bit here to see what people liked, what they saw.
Okay.
Let's do it. Justin, you're up first.
Oh my
fridge.
gosh, the toilet fridge has to be the toilet fridge. No, I really liked what Panasonic had with their switcher. I need to dive more into it, find out what's going on with that on that side.
Have you looked at that one closely?
Not yet. I need to look at it a little bit more closely.
You're intrigued.
I have yet to look around the Biamp booth, so that's something I got to do to find out what's going on
Only
through
you are
there.
there right now.
Do you
I
think
know.
we can find a tour?
We'll
Can
see.
can
We'll see.
somebody give us a
You know
tour?
people.
Do you know anybody who can arrange some sort of guided tour around the Biamp?
Yeah, you're lucky you know people, so we
Okay.
can make sure to arrange that.
Yeah.
We can set that up for
There's
you.
probably
We'll
a sticker.
see
in
where
it.
this
Tomorrow
lands,
morning,
and then
8 o'clock, be here.
Be here.
And
Just
a lot
wait.
of these,
Just wait.
these
They'll
guys.
come.
I had something come up last night with one of my clients from the integration side. I was actually taking videos of how tabletop boxes work because our client is a manufacturer of car frames for like Corvettes and GM and cars and Bowling Green, and they're going to put a glass top on a car frame for the conference table, and they want all those retractors, but they don't want to see anything below, but it's see-through glass. So I was actually doing research for that earlier. So that's so it's not my favorite thing, but it's a really interesting problem,
yeah.
that I didn't think I was going to have in this career. But
And here we are.
dealing with car frames.
And glass.
You never
for
know.
Cable. All right. Who's up next? You pick.
Jamie,
Jamie's next.
we're going to go around the horn that way.
No.
Yeah. You know, so many times this show is just, updated of stuff that you've seen before.
Right.
But there are markets Mark and I hung around yesterday, and we went to Abson, LED walls, direct view LED walls, have always kind of been
everywhere this year.
They're everywhere.
Well, they're everywhere, but they've always been outside of really the pricing point of what that I could consider. And shockingly, they're really close to what I can consider now. And so now, even though I gave them attention before, I couldn't give them serious attention because there's no way.
Yep.
And now I'm looking at this going, huh, there is a way. This can happen. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing. I still like big projection, but then sometimes the wow factor is something like
So
that.
does Absence sell through monoprice?
No.
Walmart only.
It's not where I buy my bananas.
Next to the bananas.
So
Or control systems.
I did not find the whack-a-mole.
Now
I
with the
did not
banana
find the
aisle.
whack-a-mole control system. Although there was this tiny little booth that had a whole bunch of LED buttons and then an actual volume knob.
No, those are nice.
And then a stomp, not a full-on guitar pedal, but a
trigger of some sort.
a trigger. that-
GPIO stomp pedal.
And this
Yeah.
is your new standard classroom.
Oh,
Just a line of buttons and knobs.
I would be lying to you if I didn't spend more time in that booth. It's like 6 by 6 than I did anywhere else.
And they finally asked you to leave.
Like,
Sir, it's time to
I was
go.
trying to get
Yeah.
a job. No. But those little things, those little widgets, because I like to do strange things that they really intrigue me.
Yes,
So
you do.
What kind of strange? No.
I like to do. Larry, go ahead. I'm done.
You walked into that one, bud.
I'm done.
You walked right into that.
I'm done.
So I have to give credit where it's due. Jamie actually found my favorite product of the show floor. It was I saw it on the AVSF show floor tour.
Oh yeah.
Because you all, I was busy doing other stuff yesterday, doing the presentation and whatnot, and you all went and found a lot of cool things. The coolest thing was the higher ed guy who made that wall.
Oh, you took my thing. Damn
It was
but
such
you got a
simple
little bit of
product.
time.
It was.
Now I got to scramble.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta
cool
scramble.
though. Like it
Yeah.
solves so many problems, and it's such a simple device. It's
Cable Ease or Cable
Cable
Easy?
Ease.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a wall plate that has a nice place to wrap the cable and keep everything clean, and it's
You should have seen Mark and I walk by this thing. We're like together, like, do. What?
What is this?
Wait.
and it's like what
Yeah.
$70?
$70.
You mean it's like the hose thing?
No,
Yeah,
but
just
it
out the
looks-
house,
That
like
was
a
my
little-
thought.
Miniature.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a glass
for your
reel
cable.
that mounts over a single or double gang box just for AV cables.
And it looks
Brilliant,
nice.
right?
He's
simple.
over
It's too
by
simple.
the main stage.
Does it have a crank? Everyone's doing this motion like as if it has like a window roll down, like a crank.
No, but you have
Yeah,
to
the
wrap it
handle
around.
on that crank is like 7 inches long.
Now
and you got
that
to
you
do this.
said
and
that, it will
It
when I get
will.
my first one.
yeah. You put
you
a
go.
crank on that.
But I love it because it's totally passive. There's
It
nothing
looks
weird
nice.
about it. It's just like too easy, too simple, and solves so many things.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
took the higher ed crew through that booth, and that guy didn't have enough cards.
No.
Yeah.
Everybody's like,
We warned him. We told him, like, tomorrow you better have your manufacturing shit together and a whole bunch of business cards because after tomorrow it's on.
He didn't believe us,
No.
and we brought, 30 people almost?
Yeah.
And Don's there like, hey, I'm buying a 100 of them right now.
I told
How
him-
do I get them?
I told him yesterday, I want
Yeah.
100. When I
Yeah.
get home, I'm going to order 100. And he goes, oh.
I'm not ready for that. I'm like,
We only
"Okay,
have
get ready."
4
I
forever.
didn't print these in my garage.
Your son-in-law
It takes me 7 days to make one.
He
You're going to
even
have to give me a break here, right?
He even said it was funny because he's like, well, I just tuned up my my e-commerce site. Like, well, it'll
Yesterday.
go live tomorrow. I'm like,
Oh boy.
And it's crashed.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's just some higher ed guy from Michigan, and he came up with a really brilliant idea, and another little company took him on and kind of invested in him, and my God, it was a neat little deal. But those are the fun stories here.
Yeah.
Those are the fun stories because that guy probably would have never got any play, and here we are talking about
we
it.
found him.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Super passive.
So sorry, Chris. So
You stole my thing.
Stole yours.
always have a plan B.
Okay, then I do have a plan B. I'm going to cheat and use one that I've seen before, but I still think it's the coolest thing I've seen,
Okay, what is that?
with the exception of the cool stuff at Biamp.
Obviously.
It's from Free Access, and it's their grid floor system,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is a low-profile raised floor system for retrofitting existing spaces. And as you all know, at universities, we have a bunch of old buildings. Good luck getting anything from one place to another. So this is a very low profile. They have two heights. I guess it's like 2 inches and like 3.5 inches or something.
1.75.
There
it is.
For the low one.
Whoa, 1.75 inches
low.
and like 3 inches.
Very modular, very easy to change, and we're like, oh, well, I've seen raised floors before. Go check this out. It's a little different.
Yeah.
It has an app.
And there's an app so that you can map where the cables are, so you can see under the floor without opening up the floor.
It's AR, which Chris doesn't think exists.
Oh,
so
goggles
you
for
I
Chris.
didn't
can
say
look at
AR
the
doesn't
floor
exist.
and see the cable.
Is it AR like R, par, lar, bar?
No,
No.
it's not that kind.
Stop that.
Wow.
What about blockchain? Any blockchain in it? Or
It is
AI?
not-
Or
It's all
no,
it's
yeah,
all
no
blockchain
blockchain,
related.
forget it.
Yeah.
Kudos to them for not using the word powered by ChatGPT, AI enabled, or now with blockchain.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, right.
But coming soon.
But coming next year.
Firmware for these floor boxes. Yeah.
All right, Mark.
I'll be honest, I think the thing that I liked the most was probably the new little PoE amplifier from Stewart Audio.
That was pretty
thought
cool.
those little
That's pretty
rated
cool.
like PoE, they had them up to like 80 watts.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, and it had a little beacon on it, so you can just like toss it up there, find it,
It's
strap
like
it on. Platinum
smaller
rated.
than that.
Platinum
PoE
rated.
plus plus.
PoE plus plus.
And we understand that you have one
Are
too.
y'all in a purchasing mode at all? You might want
Yeah.
to take a checkbook down
Yeah,
there.
and so and also, but I think outside of that, like that's the basic use case. But I really liked what it was doing, data analytics on the backside, so you actually can monitor speakers that are not even related to that product whatsoever, give you voltage, give you all that piece of stuff, and just a little throwdown little box, right? I like it for simple installs, but I'm also starting to think about, well, what does that mean for like production and like this kind of stuff, where you need to like just get a little speaker somewhere really fast, one Cat 5 off the races. So I thought it was really interesting to just see that from a smaller little table in the back. It was a little clever find. So I went over looking for a DSP and found a PoE powered amp. So it was kind of interesting.
I was disappointed in one product though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that little bed that was in QSys was still a little small even for me. The little bed
Have
was.
you all seen the tiny bed over in QSys land?
No.
They're
You
like,
guys
no,
showed
we're
me the
not
picture.
allowed in there.
I'm not familiar with that company at
No.
all.
Yeah, see?
It's a weird
Yeah.
one.
It's a
Never heard of
product
them?
that I don't think you should carry.
I'll just say that I've
Little
heard from
beds. If
several
you guys
people-
want little
small
beds, we will get you little beds. Like
Yeah.
we'll
From
start
several
working
people
on that
over there,
right
they
now.
said, well, this was designed for the booth, whatever, but that's what people wanted to see is the damn
So
little bed.
no one paid attention to their product in the hotel space. Everybody was like, oh, the bed, look at this shit.
But even I was a little too big for that.
Yeah.
So.
But I think closer to home, I do like the little controllers, the Biamp controllers. Those ones are I do like. I've actually bought a boatload
Yeah, that
of those
little
after
recently.
1000.
Yeah.
Well, after hearing what we've seen, and
Yeah.
none of us named any Biamp product, and you all listened to what we
That's because
liked.
we haven't toured
What
here.
was your
Exactly.
favorite?
So
Yeah.
give us a pre-tour based
What-
upon
what
what,
do
you
we
heard.
need to
what do
see
we
in
need
this
to
booth?
see
And
right
I'd
here?
like to know what are people reacting to, because
Yeah.
often that's different. You'll say, we've got these 10 new things, and people are like, well, what's
But
that?
show me that.
What's that thing over there?
Yeah.
The
Gain any-
one thing.
No,
Yeah.
or the one
The one thing
Besides
that you
you.
should come here to the
Besides you.
Biamp booth is
Yeah.
right on the other side of the aisle here. We have puppies. Best thing at the
Oh,
show.
I heard
Puppies.
this is where they were.
Have you
Yeah,
guys
they're-
not seen the
the
puppies?
puppies?
I
I've
have-
seen
I
pictures of
have
puppies.
There are
I don't
puppies.
know.
They're over
Yes.
here.
Are you trying to get fired from Biamp?
We just gave you a free plug.
We
and
get
you
a free
plugged somebody
plug, and
else's
you
puppies.
diverted over here to puppies.
Puppies.
Like, you don't need to see
100%.
any of our product. Let's go check out these dogs, man.
No.
Puppies.
What's the
And Justin
coolest
is the
thing
same
here,
guy.
man?
Yeah,
What-
seriously.
What's
I'll
everybody
join you.
talking about?
I've got four
You
at
guys-
home. I
you guys
miss
are the
mine.
coolest thing here.
I'm gonna go check it out. The puppies. But
AV Super Friends and Biamp Education is probably the coolest thing here.
okay.
Well, we really appreciate your guys', you three in particular, your support of not only our show, of us individually as universities, Biamp's support of higher ed, of other shows. I mean, it's not a secret. Biamp supports higher ed. And you three really work hard and have a good relationship with all of us. And we do appreciate that. That's one of the reasons we wanted to come by here today. And we close out our show here.
We did.
Yeah,
This
you're
is-
the
this is-
finale.
This is it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
And we're gonna burn this system down and throw it in the dumpster.
Yeah, we're just gonna light this whole thing on fire.
Bury
We're
it in
insuring
Kentucky.
it and hoping it crash lands
Yeah,
somewhere.
so-
Oh, yeah.
Insure it so we can get a better one. right?
Yeah, we're just gonna let it. Well, I mean, if we wait much longer, I'm pretty sure this power is gonna do it for us
Yeah.
anyway. So,
Unfortunately, we don't have encores here. So, but we will knock this out, and we'll see you guys. Probably hear from you in a couple weeks, right?
yeah, we'll be back.
I'm sure you'll be making some phone calls and talking to people, and we really appreciate
And we're
that.
gonna go tour the booth
We're gonna,
we're
yeah,
gonna
we're gonna
do
tour
that.
this real quick and then get.
right now.
So wait, do I get to say what the most excited thing is?
Yeah, do we actually get to plug something? I'm sorry.
Having actually come from
Well, we
higher
tried to get
education.
Hooper to do it, and he wouldn't.
Oh, geez.
I
We
just
totally
wanted
dropped
to
the
tell you
ball
guys
on that
about
one.
puppies.
Great job. For me, it's control. So I worked, when I worked at the university, I worked for a tiny, tiny little school. I could never
It
get
was
my
called
arms
Duke.
around the control.
Yeah, it's not that small
Well,
of
the
a school.
I worked for at the big university was
Okay.
pretty small.
That
I
makes
mean,
more
we only
sense.
had 18 classrooms or so, and I could never get my arms completely around control because it was me in a fractured kind of multi-faceted job. So I wish I would have had something that I just want the projector to turn on or screen to go up and down and make a couple of things happen. I wish I would have had a simple control solution that just worked.
Do you guys know anybody who has one?
This company called Biamp.
Whoa.
Woo! I know you're
he gets to
surprised,
stay
but
working.
Need to keep those checks coming.
That's how it's done, Hooper.
yeah,
Shirley, what
that's why I'm number one.
I was getting
just
to-
saying,
I was
Higher Ed
getting to
AB
it.
That's how you get
recognizes me.
trophies. That's how you get trophies.
Boom, 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 boom. Doing a little dance.
Would you rather have a puppy or a trophy?
All right.
I would rather have a puppy.
Yes.
All right, Shirley,
well,
give us your.
the good thing
your,
is I've got both.
the thing people have seemed
Me
most
too,
excited about
yeah.
from Biamp this year. What's the thing you're most excited about?
Yeah.
These guys laugh at me, but I'm super excited about our Max Connect. So,
So
our-
talk about that.
Yeah, what is
Wait,
this?
what-
Our-
what is
I don't
this?
think we laugh at you about that. Like,
They're like, you're so excited about it.
I've
I'm a
heard
little
of
worried
that.
about you because you're so excited
I've
about
heard
it.
somebody say this once, and I think it was you yesterday when we were talking to you after the show. What is
Yep.
this thing?
So the Max Connect is, in the universe, all the university contacts I've talked to, they're trying to decide whether to go with Zoom or Teams or whatever platform they're trying to figure out. This device actually helps make it a little easier. So it's based off of our Modena wireless collaboration system. So that's the foundation of it.
Okay.
And basically, they've created this box that actually can do any device on any platform. So you could be on your phone, your tablet, your laptop, even a Mac.
Kung Fu
And
fighting.
Even the
Yes.
Kung Fu fighting.
Everybody-
it can do
knows
everything.
Kung Fu
It's like a
fighting.
ninja.
It's like a ninja.
a
It's like a
ninja
little AV
tool.
ninja. But
Everybody loves
and then you can do use any type of platform and share your content. I would say most of the schools that have done the demo feel like the coolest feature is the annotation. So you can actually share up to 6 different screens. And if one person makes an annotation, it actually appears on everyone else's screens if they're looking at all the different screens as well. So what you're sharing, everyone else is seeing the same thing. And then on top of that, one of the schools in Oregon was saying that the best tool that he felt
Was it
was
you?
No. I haven't
that
been
you
here
can
yet.
actually use your phone camera, and it becomes like almost like a handheld dot cam. So instead of like taking a piece of paper and running up to the camera saying, "Look, can you see this?" and putting it in front of the camera lens, you can actually just take your phone and turn it into a dot cam, and now that becomes the
clever.
Okay, now I'm
camera.
interested in this.
Chris,
And
I thought you
so-
were about to walk us out with the outro there.
No, he's
Sorry,
Just
but it
wanted
might
to-
take,
just
it
wanted
might
to
take
shine
too
a light
long.
on that real quick.
I
Finger the
apologize
button.
if I'm going too far and too
No,
long on this.
no, that's great. That's perfect.
But
No, but I will fire a bunch of sound effects just for Richard.
So for me, I feel like of all the schools that have done that demo, they've walked away saying it's very interesting. They're very interested. It's something that they can see in their school.
Any way that we can see that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually had a
We
demo
can,
for you
you
guys
can't.
set up, but we'll just go and squeeze in
Sweet.
there later.
Tell
so-
them to get out.
Yeah, for
Get
sure,
out. Done.
for sure, for sure.
Done.
That's awesome.
So
It's
that would
intriguing.
probably be my 2 cents I'd like to add.
Super collaborative ninja tool.
All right.
Yes.
I like it.
Okay.
But now I want to see that.
Yeah.
That was going to be the original name. We
That was,
went
that
a
was,
little
I
more
figured that's
traditional.
probably what
It's
you guys
fine.
we landed on. but I was
Marketing
kind of
crushed
surprised,
that
yeah.
idea,
Well, you know.
probably, yeah.
The collaborative ninja.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Collaborative ninja.
Although I would have
That's
bought
what
it.
I would
would've-
have bought that, yeah.
I would have bought one just to say I bought it.
Yeah.
Well, say that again, Shirley.
I'm gonna make little stickers as a collaborative ninja and just make sure to give one every time we sell one.
Shirley, you're going to have 100 of them to give away.
All right.
We're great at making
I
up
have a
marketing
guy that
terms.
makes stickers,
ABSM.
so for sure.
Collaborative,
The collaborative
ninja, and
ninja.
it's just Shirley.
Yep, collaborative ninja for sure.
All right. Well, what do you think, Chris?
Have we done it?
I think we have done it.
It's been a good show. It's been a tiring show. It's been great to
Yes.
see everybody here.
Has it been?
Yeah.
It has been for me.
And make sure you check out all of our little vignettes,
They're coming.
snippets.
Yep. Stay tuned.
From we stopped by a lot of booths and we talked
Yeah.
to some folks and we're going to be posting them as quick as we can get them edited and online.
Thanks to Biamp for letting us crash your party.
Happy to have
And,
it.
and,
Yeah.
and the power kept staying on. too.
Yeah, it
We're
was
lucky.
great.
I
so
do
far.
smell smoke, though.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Time to
That's
go
the-
down. Shut
That's
it
the
down.
subwoofer.
Shut it down.
Hurry up. All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Well, that wraps up another episode of AV Super Friends Perspectives. If you have a perspective to share, you can contact us with questions, topic ideas, or general complaints at mailbag@avsuperfriends.com.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.
The opinions expressed by the AV Super Friends are solely those of the individuals and do not represent their respective institutions, organizations, companies, or clients.